Hi, I'm Carla, co-owner of On the Bluff Labradors, and I'm going to be talking today about what food you're going to be taking home when you take your puppy home. So we are going to be giving you 40 days of food, so that way the pup can be on exactly what they've been eating here, so they can get used to your cleaning agents and your water and all of that. This way the food doesn't change and it'll be a much easier transition. So what you're going to be getting are 4 bags of this. You're going to be getting 4 bags of this. Each of these are 5 pounds. And so each of them are going to make 10 servings. So the problem is this is not going to last 10 days in the refrigerator because it's food. So what you're going to do is you have a choice. You can either you could thaw it all, and you're going to get yourself some Ziploc baggies, and then you're going to make 40 servings out of your breakfast, and you're going to make 40 servings out of your dinner. So you can do that way, and just know that each 5-pound bag is going to make you 10 servings, so you'll know exactly how many bags to do for each bag. Or, if you have a very sharp implement, you can leave this in the freezer, and you can score it and make yourself 10 cuts. And then each day you can take it out of the freezer, cut one off. It's such a small amount of food that it will easily, you can put some very hot water in it and it will very easily bring it to room temperature. So you can do that as well if you think that is more to your liking or whatever. But once again, you can also rebag it. And you can refreeze for dogs, no problem. And if you want, in the dinner, you can put some extra vegetables, collard greens, mustard greens. The dinner doesn't have vegetables in it. The breakfast does. The breakfast is whole turkey, whole chicken, whole fish. When I say whole, I mean all the bones, all of the organs, everything, all ground up. And then it also has squash in it, it has zucchini squash in it, has sweet potatoes, it has blueberries, carrots, and spinach. So that's what's in here. And then what's in here is the beef, eggs, and it's got bone meal. So if you want to add some more vegetables to the dinner, you can't do too many vegetables with the dog, that would be fine as well. So people always ask me as we go along, what should I keep feeding? It's very hard for me to tell you exactly what you should feed, only because I don't know their metabolism, and every dog has a different metabolism just like humans. And I also, I don't know how big they are, how fast they're growing. So I can't really tell you that. So what I'm going to say is that look at your dog and make sure they have a waist. So look from the top and make sure they go in. That's a good way to tell. You want them thin, but you don't want them skinny. So labs are a big kind of beefy dog, so you still want them muscly, but you want them thin. It's really important that they stay thin, and that's the way they prevent dysplasia, hip dysplasias, and all the other things they can get from being obese. So keep them on the thin side, that's really important. And we're also going to give you, so this is a dinner. So this is kind of what it looks like, and honestly this is just a little bit more than it would be when you make it. But this is a dinner, and they've also put some extra vegetables in that. You'll be going home with that, so you don't have to worry about thawing as soon as you get home. You're just going to want to play with the puppy and not worry about having to do all of this. And you can just do it the next day. We also give you a breakfast, so the next day you still don't have to worry. But by dinner the next day, then you're going to have to worry about it. And the reason we do this is because this will not last 10 days in the refrigerator. This is food. And just like any food, it goes bad. So that's why you have to put it back. You have to put it in the freezer. You have to refreeze it, and you can refreeze for dogs, or you cut it frozen, for the 10 ones. All right, so now your dog is growing and needs to eat a little bit more. So there's a couple of ways that you can go. You can either, if you're close enough to us, you can come and get this beef, which is basically beef. It's beef and all the organs, and it's tripe. Tripe is fantastic for dogs. It is stinky, so I warn you, so don't think it's bad. But it's really great. It has all the enzymes. Cows have 4 stomachs, and it has all their enzymes and everything they use to digest. It's really good for dogs. You can also add kefir to your meals, and you can add powdered probiotic is good also. So that's, then you can, that can be the dinner, for instance, and then there's lots of ways you can go. You can add chicken backs, you can add whole fish. This is just food. And what I always say to people, when people get nervous, about the raw food diet, it's like it's just food. You bring raw food into your house to cook for yourself. You're going to bring it in for the dogs, and I've always said to people, you want to cook it, feel free to cook it. It's good for them. I just want fresh food, not what I call salted cardboard, which is what the kibble is. Salted cardboard with a lot of synthetic vitamins because all the actual nutrients of the food has been cooked out. All right, so that's one way you can go. If you want to continue with this diet that I've designed, you can look on our website. We will have maps on there. We'll show where it delivers. We do deliver for free. So, and we deliver to a lot of Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York. That's it. That's as far as we deliver. We do not send this through the mail. You can also get it here if you want to. But if you want to, if you're further or you're outside that zone or you want to go to another food, this is Oma's Pride, which is also a good company. This is their own stuff, and their blocks come like this. They also come in separate servings if you want to go that way. And they have a program. So if you go onto Oma's Pride's website, you can look up the automatic delivery. And what's great about their program is they do give you different proteins, through the month. So they might give you lamb one week, and then they might give you beef one week, and on to chicken, and that's kind of how they do it. They mix and match it, and you just sign up. I think if you do over 100, either 100 pounds or $100, I can't remember. You get free delivery, and if you put in OTB for On the Bluff, OTB5, you'll get a 5% discount from Oma's. And that's another way you can also go. You can also, as I said on my other food video, you can go to a local farm if you live in the country. See if you can find somebody who is butchering off the hoof and can give you that extra food that they don't use because people don't eat it, but it's perfectly good to eat. We just don't. And that's another way you can go. You can also go to your supermarket. This is just food. That's what it is. It's just fresh food versus the dog food, which is very, very overprocessed and equivalent to basically feeding your kids Pop-Tarts 3 times a day. It's just after a while it breaks down their immune system, and they can't fight diseases because they're just not well nourished. I can't say enough about this. Please don't switch to dog food. Do it. There's lots of ways you can do it. As I said, you can go to the supermarket. You can get it pre-made. But at any rate, please stay with the diet. And that's it.